the last thing you remember is that you were on a canopy fighting with your brand new allies, and a
Okay.
roaring flame erupted. Your vision became a little hazy, and you felt the sensation of like you being pulled somewhere else.
Mm.
Um, I want you to real quick go ahead and describe and explain your character to just for if anyone watches. So just give like what you look like, your name, kind of what
Gotcha.
you are, what you do, what you're about.
Gotcha. I'm Canis, and I am a water genasi with. Wait, how do I see my. Let me go to my. Okay. I am a Circle of the Stars druid subclass. And I basically use the constellations to make maps, and I use the stars as my guide, and I can turn into a constellation to do all sorts of cool, wild things. And I'm a chaotic good. I like to start fights, but I have a good heart. And I'm a dude. I have silver hair, and I'm 38, which is like kind of young for my race. And I'm at a comfortable 6'1", 180 pounds. And my faith is I follow Azizos. He is known as the Morning Star, and he is a god of the constellation. So that's what we're looking at. I have 14 armor class, and my biggest strength is in wisdom.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. That was a much better description than a lot of people's.
Let's go. And I'm
Sam.
a druid. If I didn't announce that
Oh
either.
yeah, you did. You did.
Okay, okay.
Sammy went. I quote. It's me, McChips. I was like, no, Sammy, for the video, and he goes, okay. It's me, Alphonse McJibble Nicholson,
That's
and I'm a
hilarious.
Fraggle. And I was like,
He's so good at staying in character.
all right, Sammy, what the heck, dude?
He's a goat.
Okay, I want you to go ahead and as you're being dragged, your vision goes blurry, and you start to see like you feel like your body get lighter, but you have no control over your limbs, and you start to see visions that you're unfamiliar with, but they feel a little familiar of what looks to be a child playing with their mother
Mm.
in a field with many flowers,
Mm-hmm.
a plentiful amount of flowers, and it brings you warmth, and then you are the vision stops, and it's pretty abrupt, and you find yourself in what looks to be a hallway, but the features of this hallway are very foggy and very misty. You can't really. It's not like you can't see far, like you can, and it looks like the hallway goes into a foggy mist as well. But it's more that like the walls themselves, the floor, any windows are very foggy. Everything looks very blurred.
I see. See. Oh, what happened to me? I don't. What is this room? How? What was that vision about? I have no. Where? Where's all my? Where are those people that I was just with? I'm gonna start looking around.
Okay, roll me a perception check. Just in the
Where's
middle.
that?
It's right down in that middle strip, and it's about midway down, a little bit lower than midway.
Oh, I gotcha. All right, perception. Here we go.
I got this today. How'd you do?
I got a 3.
Okay. So you look around, and you're really struggling to find your senses. All you can really tell is that this hallway goes as far forward as it does backwards, and there are windows around every 15 feet. So you can see what your vision is. I don't know. I think it's like 120 feet normally, something like that. Maybe further. I don't know. Right now, you can see about 50 feet in front of you, and it looks to be every 15 feet. Behind you, there are windows to the left of you, and in front of you there are windows to the right.
Hmm. I'm gonna backtrack.
Okay.
I want to go backwards.
Okay. As you begin to go backwards, you approach the window on your left.
Okay.
Would you like to look through around it, or would you like to keep going further backwards?
I want to look through the window.
All right. When you look through the window, you see it's a heavily dense forest with a small village, what it looks like in the middle of the forest, and it's got its own little. It's nice. It's not like a poor village. It looks well crafted. The houses look well done, and it looks to be very well hidden within this forest.
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking from a decently far distance, but it looks like the village seems to be kind of bustling, and there's life to it.
Okay. Hey, where in the world am I? Could I use my constellation stuff to see if I could determine where I am?
Would you like to what would you like to try? You want to try a spell, or maybe like you want to just roll like a nature check to
I have a cantrip called Guidance where I use a star map.
that'll work. Run that up.
Awesome. There actually isn't a thing to roll the dice.
Creature adds, yeah. The spell normally is you touch a willing creature, choose a skill. Until the spell ends, the creature adds a 1d4 to any ability check using the chosen skill.
Okay.
But I think we do a little try using guidance on yourself if you would like to do that.
Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna use Guidance on myself.
All right.
Also, is my HP back to normal?
No, right now you're still at
Okay.
6.
Okay.
You guidance yourself, and then give me a nature check with the guidance.
Okay.
Try that. So you're gonna roll the nature check and then roll a d4, which is just in the bottom left.
Okay. Okay, so I roll a nature and then the d4 because I use Guidance. That's the
Yep.
+4.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I got a 13, and then I'm gonna roll a d4.
Oh, you got a 16. You get to add that because
Okay,
you get a
16.
+3.
And I got a 1.
Okay, so you got a 17 total.
How do you?
You can tell that this is not. You are not on the same plane of existence as you were before. You are definitely in some sort of astral plane, where a lot of these are more thoughts becoming reality than real things. As you can tell, like from the window that you looked through, you can tell that this is you're not really looking through that window directly to that scene. It's more as you're seeing a vision or a memory from someone.
Zizos, what is going on? Is this one of your tests? I'm gonna keep on walking. I'm gonna walk forward this time. I don't want to backtrack.
As you go forward, you come upon another window. You notice that through that window, what it looks to be the same village, but you are a lot closer. And as you examine it more thoroughly, you see that it looks to be many, like at least 5 or 6 children playing some kind of sport in the area, the large open area in the middle. The courtyard. Let's do that. In some corner like courtyard, but it's a very open space, and they seem to be playing with the ball.
Okay.
One of the children specifically, a little girl, seems very familiar to you. A name pops in your head. Stera.
Vera.
Stera. S-T.
Oh, stare. I'm gonna write that down. Stera. Wait, so Are you saying I just barely recognize her because I'm an amnesiac?
She seems a little familiar, and
Uh-huh.
a name popped in your head looking at her. I'm not gonna say it necessarily correlates,
Okay.
but you thought of this name looking at her.
Okay. Oh, my head. Sarah? If this is Azizos, if this is you, I have no idea what's going on. Can I break the window?
Would you like to try?
Yeah.
Okay, do it. So roll
What
me
do I roll?
Do you want to like? You just want to swing straight on it?
Yeah.
Roll me a hit DC. Why
Okay.
is your hit DC a +1 with your staff?
Where's the hit?
It's going to be that +1. If you go to action, in that box on the right, so the big main lower box on the right, towards the top there's like a row of like words. Action's the first one, and then staff is just going to be the +1 there. Or you can do an unarmed strike, same thing.
Okay, I'll do strike. Hey, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah. So as you swing your staff at the window, it passes right through it, and the momentum makes you fall through the wall,
Shoot.
completely. And as you like get your bearings and get back up, you're in a new room. This room is not a hallway; it's more of a box. It's an open room. You can see all four walls. There appears to be no doors, but there's a bench on one side of the room with a bunch of little nifty little trinkets, and it looks to be like somebody's workshop that you're in. And there's a large there are a few large machines around it, more filling out the room, with some schematics and drawings on the walls, and there's a large chalkboard to the left of the desk, so on the left wall from the desk is directly in front of you.
Okay. Is investigation like with people or like investigate anything?
And anything you can investigate.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a perception check.
Okay.
Is that?
Yeah,
does
that'll
would
just
that
to
do
see
any
if you
good?
notice anything that's easy to miss. That's
Okay.
all it is.
I want to go. What? What are those things? Where is this? Some sort of workshop? I'm gonna walk over to the little trinkets and I want to roll a perception check.
Go for it. What'd you get?
Got a 17.
Alrighty. As you look at it, three specific items, kind of like seem off to you, and they kind of like stick out to you. One of them is what looks to be a part of a spine, but like artificially made, and it seems to be like shimmering. Like it's not like stable. It looks like it's not like fully there, or it doesn't. It shouldn't like be in this reality almost. It's just shaking a bit. The next one is it's just a pitch black pyramid, where as you stare into it, it begins to make your eyes heavy, and it looks like it sucks the light from around it.
Kind of cool.
And the third one is a little rocking horse. Just no motion to it, but it looks to be a small little just a lively little rocking horse. It seems to be a little bit more than than a natural one, a normal one.
Okay. Do I get to take any of these?
Would you like to grab them? Yeah,
All three?
you can if you want. Just try to pick them up.
Yeah.
You want to pick them up? Okay.
Yeah.
As you pick up which one would you like to grab first?
I'll grab. The rocking horse is too big to grab.
No, it's like a little toy.
Oh, okay, it's a toy one.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
You said that actually. I want to grab that one first.
Okay, you pick up the rocking horse, and it's warm to the touch. It
Again.
yeah, it's nice and warm. It feels as if it's like trying to restrain itself from moving. You feel it tense a little bit as you pick it up, and would you like to put it in your bag or something?
Yeah, I wanna equip it or put it
Okay.
in the inventory.
As you put in your inventory, as you go to put in your backpack, it goes in there.
Okay. Okay. I want to pick up the spine neck.
As you pick up the vertebrae, it's like it feels ephemeral, almost, where you seem like your fingers are passing through parts of it to get to like the part where you can actually touch, but you don't feel like you're necessarily going through anything, and it's got a slight like hum to it, a little bit of vibration to it. As you touch it, or as you lift it, it expands rapidly and collapses in on itself, disappearing.
Huh. What? Look at that. Now I want to grab the pyramid.
All right. As you lift the pyramid, it's cold. It is very cold to the touch, and it almost has a little bit of a hum to it as well. And as you are like picking it up, it begins to melt through your fingers and onto the table and ooze down to the floor, where it like disappears into the blackness of the floor.
Oh, am I gonna die from that? What was that?
There are a few other little there's a few other little things on the table if you'd like to see those as well.
Oh yeah, I'd like to look at those too.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I have anything cool for this. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. No. Oh. Yeah, there's that. Definitely not that one. There's one that is, you see a pen on the table, a small navy blue pen. You see a watch on the table. As you look at the watch a little closely, you notice that the hour hand is moving much faster than it should be, and the minute hand isn't moving at all.
Weird.
And you also see a doll. What looks to be, it's not necessarily it looks a little genderless, more of like a Little Big Planet guy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like a little hacky sack doll.
Okay. I want a creepy doll. It looks kind of cool though. I'm gonna pick it up.
Alright, as you pick up the doll, it has a slight tinge of static that comes off of it. Shocks your fingers at first, but nothing crazy. Just like a little static shock.
So I can roll infinite perception checks, right?
Yeah, but the more you try to do the same thing, the harder the DC will get, the higher the DC will get. Okay. And yeah, I mean that's exactly how that works. Or that's how most people do it, and that's how I would like to do it. So if you're gonna try the same thing again, it's gonna be harder to do if you fail the first time.
Right. I'm not gonna do that. I just kind of want to examine everything a little more.
Those three seem to be fine. As you like touch each one of them, you can pick up the pen, you can pick up the doll, you can pick up the watch. It's like a pocket watch, by the way, like one of the flippy guys. Mm-hmm. Those are all tangible. You can grab them. You can take them if you'd like.
Okay.
You notice.
The actual thing the only thing I put in my inventory was the little toy.
The toy rocking horse. Yeah.
Okay.
But you can now add these 3 if you would like to.
Yeah, I would like to pick up the watch first.
Okay. You pick up the watch, and you notice it's still spinning much faster than it should be. But the closer it gets to you, the more the watch slows down. And when pressed against your chest, the watch completely stops.
Range. I really want to know where I am, and then I want to turn over to the. It was the doll and the what else?
A pen.
The pen. I want to go over to the pen next.
You pick up the pen. It seems to be an ordinary pen from like the looks of it. Yeah, that's all you notice.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put that in my back pocket.
Alrighty.
And then I want to pick up the doll.
The doll again. Every time you touch it again, and it gives you a little bit of a static shock to your fingers, but you pick it up, and nothing strange about it off the rip. Its eyes don't seem to be. It has button eyes, and they don't seem to be necessarily looking anywhere, but you feel like they're looking at you.
This guy's creepy. I'm just gonna put him in my bag. Not
Alright.
think about it anymore.
Not think about it anymore. You want to put the watch in there too?
Yeah, put the watch in there.
Perfect. That's was all the things on the table. The board, however, they're schematics. You do not understand them. There's a lot of numbers, a lot of lettering, writing that you in a language that you do not understand.
Okay.
But you see a few images that you can kind of make out to somewhat degree. They're almost like constellation like looking, but they're more just like drawings in a way. But they're kind of rugged. You see that there is a what looks to be a fire. And then you see what it looks to be like a city inside of a dome.
Interesting.
And then you also see a trident. The picture of a trident piercing a person. Like it's showing like a trident piercing through somebody. And then the last picture is a little bit further off to the side. It's in the kind of like the bottom corner of the chalkboard, but it looks to be a crown-ish. It's the best you can make out of it, and a large vortex above it.
Alright, I would like to examine them in the way you mentioned them.
Okay. As you look further, they're very rudimentary drawings.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. The first one, it shows in the fire. You see that there's definitely it looks like a village, and it kind of resembles the village that you saw through the window. The city in the dome, it looks like a very like, while most of the pictures are rudimentary, this city looks kind of detailed and very large, or at least it looks like there's a lot going on in it. The trident through the person,
That is sick.
yeah, it looks like somebody got killed by a trident, and then the crown, you definitely make it out to be somewhat of a crown, and the vortex is just a swirl above it, in the shape of like a, the classic vortex pictures.
I want to pick up the vortex picture and hold it in my hands and touch the frame.
It's less of a picture. It's a drawing on the chalkboard. So it's a large
Oh,
chalkboard in front of you with all these pictures on them.
Gotcha. If this is a test, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. What happened? Okay, I'm gonna try this. I wanna start erasing some of the chalkboard. I wanna erase the trident one.
Okay. You go to erase the trident one, and the part, like, you're erasing it, but as you go over it, it, like, instead of erasing it, it changes to a new picture, where it adds the hand on the back of the trident, and an arm as well. So, like, it shows, like, a little bit more of the person doing the stabbing, and the person being stabbed is now on their knees, still getting stabbed.
What is this? Ow. This feels kind of familiar. I want to keep erasing it till I get a fuller picture.
As you go over the picture, you see what looks to be the man doing the stabbing. It changes. The trident comes back up outside of the person. There is still a body on the bottom, what looks to be laying on the ground, and over it stands a large man with a trident, and he seems to be wearing a crown. It's not the same one as the one on the right, but there is nonetheless a crown on his head.
Okay. Is this supposed to be like a memory? Sir, I want to hold up some of the objects that I collected
Okay.
to the things.
To the things? Okay,
Like,
which one?
I'm gonna grab the watch and I want to put it next to the chalkboards.
Okay, the watch, as it gets closer to the chalkboard, it slows down a little bit. Would you like to put it up to any specific one?
We'll go down the list.
Okay, the first one is the watch still spinning as fast as it normally does when you're outstretched arm holding it. And as you go, the further to the right it gets, the slower it gets. Or actually, I take it back. The faster it gets, it speeds up until coming to the vortex, in which it's going so fast you can no longer see the hour hand, and the watch is like physically shaking your arm.
What? Damn! Where are you taking me? I'm gonna continue walking down that line.
Okay. As your hand is going closer to the vortex, and you like move your hand towards the picture of the vortex, the room begins to like swirl, and it like sucks you into it. And you're in a new room now. This new, or not necessarily a room. You're in a new area now. It's a little bit more open. It seems to be like there's some misty trees around you, and you look to be in a dark forest.
Oh, it's dark in here. I'm gonna do what I did last time. I'm gonna make my body glow.
Okay, yeah. You can use your wild shape to...
Okay, yeah, wild shape.
Yeah. As you begin to glow, it illuminates some area around you, and you hear a little bit of like scuttering and moving, and then you hear the a twig break to your left, and as you look, two very grotesque looking bat-like creatures, from what you can discern, walk through the forest. One of them carrying some odd-looking staff. It's very unique looking, whereas it like gets a little bit longer, a little bit thicker on one end, and but he's holding it in an odd like way to the side of him, and the other one a little bit bigger, with larger hands and talons. And they're just walking through the forest next to you, and they walk right up to you, and they don't seem to see you at all.
I want to reach out to touch.
as you reach out, your hand passes through them. Not like your hand goes through them, more like your hand dissipates when it touches them, to where you're not real in this instance.
Come on, I can't even touch anything now.
You hear them talk to each other. Well, the bigger one says, "I'm tired of these bounties we keep getting, man. I want a challenge. I want somebody to ruffle our feathers, give us a run for our money, you know." And the other one looks back to him and he goes, "Yeah, but we're not allowed to we never get to leave this area necessarily. We're not supposed to go too far out, and we only hunt people that, you know, disrupt our plans and get on you know who's bad side." And the bigger one goes, "Yeah, I guess. One of these days, man, we're gonna get something big, and maybe we'll even die. But that'll be better than sitting here bored for the rest of our lives. I mean, what? We're like 1,000-something years old, and we haven't been able to find any good prey." They continue to keep talking and walking past you, and they start heading to your. If you are a compass to your, I say probably let's the time to your 1 or 2 o'clock. So they're heading up to your right.
Okay. If I yell, do they hear me?
Do you want to try?
Hey!
They do not seem
somebody.
They do not seem to be fazed by your yelling.
Okay. I want to see if I can. Find a familiar.
Okay. Yeah, your find familiar is instantaneous. Cooper's was not. Yeah. Okay. So you look for you cast a spell find familiar. What animal are you looking for?
I want to do. Is there a limit, or is it just
you get to choose: bat, cat, frog, hawk, lizard, octopus, owl,
I see that.
rat, raven, spider, or weasel, or another beast that has a challenge rating of 0. So there's a lot of smaller animals with a challenge rating of 0. Pretty much any small animal.
I want to choose an owl. You can see in the dark.
Okay. A small little owl takes place next to you, and these you can talk to these animals, and the spirit that you've summoned looks at you and says, "Why have you summoned me here?"
I don't know where I am, and I need all the help I can get. Do you think you could find out where I am, or any info or anything? None of my things are working. No one can hear me. I can't even touch anything.
This is the astral plane, kind of or more of a spirit realm right now.
Spirit.
Yeah, you summoned me, and we didn't even have to go far. I'm right here, man. Yeah, this is the astral plane. I don't know why you're here, but you must be doing something. Something must have called you here. Or you must have, if you don't know, usually people come here on purpose, by their own devices.
Well, I sure as hell did not come here on purpose.
You seem to be living through something's, maybe like a memory, or this is more of a vision, is what we're looking at right now.
Well, it'd help if I remembered anything. My brain is a blank canvas. I don't know where I am. I don't have any memories except for my name and Azizos.
Ah, Azizos, the constellation god.
Yeah.
He's a tricky one. I mean, I know of him. Just a mere little spirit. I'm just chilling out over here, you know. But
do you know?
I do say I think you might have been called here for a reason if you don't know.
Right. Do you know where I should go? Do you have any advice for me?
Usually when it comes to these kind of things, your gut's your best in touch. to trust. Follow your intuition. Wherever you think you should go is usually the right path for you.
Okay.
I can look around for you. I mean, I'm here with you now.
Yeah, I mean, that would be great. Thanks.
But most of the time when it comes to these things, it's kind of it's a trigger sequence. It's a never-ending area, but once you do something, it triggers something else to happen.
Yeah, that checks out.
As you're talking to the owl, the ground around you starts to like change, and the trees start to like fade away, and you look around, and it seems to be like you're in the just black nothingness.
Mm.
The owl goes, well, this is rough.
Yeah, I was just about to say, well, I might be screwed here.
It seems to be like there's nothing left to show you, possibly.
I gotta look at the stars. That's gotta be the point, right?
The owl kind of looks around. It does seem to be like, yes, you see like a space. You see stars above you, and they're moving a little bit more than they should be, which is normally not really at all.
It's gotta be in the stars. I want to take out my watch and my horse.
Okay, as you take those out, the watch is spinning quite normally, as it was when it was on the table. A little slower because it's near you. And the owl kind of looks at your stuff. He goes, "Oh, what you got there?"
It's just something I found in this random laboratory. There's so many little trinkets, and I just had to take some of them because they're kind of cool.
Yeah, usually the stuff's meant for you, so better off taking it than leaving it.
Yeah, but there were a few things that I left behind. They kind of just dissipated or like melted through the floor. There was this like void of a pyramid, and then there was this other thing. It was like some sort of intangible spine of some sort.
That's really odd.
It kind of just disappeared on me.
I think.
Where do you how knowledgeable are you in this? Like, where do you pull your knowledge from? Have you been here before? How are you so smart? How do you know?
I mean, I roam the astral plane as a spirit. It's kind of my thing. I kind of got stuck here as my little roaming area, but the spirit or the astral plane is like limitless. It's moldable. Could be worse. You could be in hell.
Okay, you know what?
There's no demons here to chain you up and do kinky stuff to you, so that's good.
Yeah. Okay.
But
that's true.
it's usually I don't think you're fully here. The more I look at you, I think this is just a consciousness thing. You're here to see something. And for all we know, you might have already seen it.
Already seen it?
But obviously you're still here, so you either need to way back or, see a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, I saw something earlier. There's all these different chalkboards and drawings. I kept on erasing one part, and more of the picture got revealed. There's even like this weird village that I saw, and there's this name that I remembered out of nowhere.
That's interesting.
Her name was Stara.
As the owl's kind of like pondering there, a large constellation grizzly bear walks up behind him, and he's kind of just stroking his chin with his little owl feathers, and the bear goes, "Hello," and the owl jumps, like gets a little startled. He goes, "Whoa, what the heck?"
Whoa, wait, that's sick. Whoa. Who are you?
I have called you here.
Who are you, exactly?
Who I am is not important.
I
But
think
what
that's
you've
kinda
seen
important.
today is...
Okay.
You are important. You are an important piece in this world, and you could lead to either the undoing of it or the savior of it.
That's scary. Okay, keep going.
I don't know much about you, me personally. I don't know what you've seen here. But I did call you to grant you clarity and a little bit of the situation at things. The stuff you've seen here will make sense in time, and you will know, hopefully, what to do when you get to these instances. But for now, I'm just here to grant you a little bit of wisdom on your way.
Okay,
Be careful
so
who you trust.
Little owl guy?
Yeah?
Did you set me up?
No, you called me.
You're right.
How would I set you up, man? I don't know what's going on. What is this thing?
Will you remember me if I call you? Are you only bound to this owl, or are you every spirit that I call on?
He looks at the grizzly bear. He goes, "Can I leave with him?" You may do so, if you please.
Oh, let's.
All right. Name's
Awesome.
Dave. Nice to meet you. He extends his feathers.
Dave. Oh, I'd never asked you for your name. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Usually don't. Most of the time, you just summon a spirit and it goes away. But I guess since you did it here, it got a little bit more of a connection. I don't know.
Yeah. You know what? I thought I would never see you again. I thought even if you did have a name, it'd be like Constellanianus or something crazy like that. Anyway.
No, I was kind of just a guy. I did some trading. I worked with this little kid. He was like a prodigy. It was crazy. But
Prodigy.
yeah, he was really good at like persuading people to buy what he wanted. It's insane. He's a great little merchant. That's what he was.
Wait, so Dave, do you know who I am?
No, who are you?
I'm Canis.
Ah, nice to meet you, man.
So you were just a normal owl spirit who just lived here.
I
And
was a
called
spirit.
upon you,
You just summoned me in the form of an owl.
and now you get to stay with me.
Every time you use Find Familiar, I'll be hanging around, and I'll appear next to you.
Okay, awesome. And if I called on a squirrel, it wouldn't be you. It'd be a different guy.
No, it'd be me as a squirrel.
Oh,
As long as I'm the closest one near you. Most of the time, the spirit's a little bit less cognizant, but I think because of the fact that I've been wandering around here, I got a little bit more of my brain juices back.
Wait, I love that. Speaking of brain juice, bear guy, how do I acquire this wisdom? Like, can you give me some help here? What
Yes.
do you mean by that?
It will all come to you in time. Do not fret.
Dude, you can't do that to me. What? Time doesn't even work here.
All I can tell you is that you've acquired new things here, and they will help you on your journey, and maybe they will help those you keep close to you. But mostly, be careful who you trust. Everybody in this world will be out for their own gain, and whether that gain is good or devastating is up to you to decide or discern. That's what I meant to say there. But nevertheless, it is time for you to leave now.
Oh, but I have so many questions.
Your journey is not yet done,
Oh.
and you need to experience.
But who sent you?
Goodbye, son.
What?
And he waves his berry paw at you, and the realm gets a little bit foggy, and Dave's the only thing not shaking with you. He goes, whoa, and all of a sudden you are abruptly hit. The wind is knocked out of you.
What?
And you get up and look around, and you're in a normal forest now. The greenery is refreshing, and you see a large fire burning about 30 feet away from you.
Gosh, can I please just... I thought I had free will.
Yeah, you do.
No, I'm. That's what my character.
Oh, okay. The Dave kind of looks at you. He goes, "Wow, man, what happened here?" It's been a while since I've seen like real trees. This is crazy. He's like moving around.
Well,
Just looking
get
at
this,
stuff.
Dave. Just about an hour ago, I was fighting with these dudes that I just met, and then I wake up, I swear my head just started killing me, and I was in the astral realm, the spirit realm. So
That's weird.
your guess is as good as mine.
Maybe you just got hit so hard you got sent to the astral plane. I mean, I've never heard of that happening, but that'd be kind of crazy, right?
Yeah. Out of character question. Do I remember what just happened?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. I'm gonna check my bag. Maybe I have my stuff.
You do have your stuff in your bag. All of your little trinkets that you have grabbed are in there. You can add them. I'd say like put it in your notes right now, and I'll make them. Depending on what they do, I'll make them items and whatnot.
Okay. And I don't have the pyramid, do I?
No.
Okay.
Nor the vertebrae.
Okay. So I have the rocking horse. I have the pin. I have the doll. And then I have what else?
The watch.
Watch.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
And I would definitely write down any like information that you think was important in that, because it's gonna be hard. You're not gonna remember it forever.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take this watch and I'm gonna put it in my pocket and I'm going straight to that fire.
As you get closer to the fire, you notice that it is the platform that has burnt and fallen through the tree line, and it is the area where you and your friends were fighting the midgets. I say the midgets, the halflings. That's not okay. The midgets was their gang name. No, I'm playing. The halflings. You see no bodies. You see no people around.
Okay.
It just is a large roaring flame. Smoke is bellowing. This is threatening to spread throughout the entire forest.
Okay. I don't see any of my companions, I guess I call Dr. Death.
Nope.
Don't know where he is. That fire looks concerning, Dave. What do you think?
It does. I think it's gonna burn down this forest. Actually.
All right. I believe there's a lake nearby. I want to use shape water. I want
Okay.
to see if I can put a lot of it out.
Okay. There as you are a water guy, you do feel that there is a somewhat of like a river running through. Probably about 50 meters away. Maybe like 50 feet away. It's not too far. So as
Okay.
you get close enough to where you can shape your water, you want to. You're like redirecting the water?
Yeah, I'm taking it out of the lake or the stream, and I'm
Okay.
gonna try to douse the flames.
Roll an Arcana check for me real quick.
Oh, I got +5 on that, baby. Okay. Well, great. I got a 9.
You got a 9. All right, you get a little bit of water, and as you're like shaping it around you, you throw it into the fire. Realistically, the spell itself doesn't require a check. You just do it. But because of the fact that you're doing something a little bit more than what the spell normally would do, or the cantrip would normally do, I had you roll. But it's just boosting it a little bit.
Gotcha. Well, Dave, that didn't help.
It did. The fire goes down a little bit. Like you can tell that you definitely did some damage, but it's still roaring. Now, you can do this cantrip as many times as you want. I'm just gonna point that out.
All right.
And
Let's try that
also,
again.
you can just make water.
Let's make water.
Wait, can you? Oh, never mind. You do control water. I lied.
Let's shape water.
Yeah. You throw more water. Roll Arcana for me again.
Okay.
DC's gonna go up.
Boing.
But.
Okay, I got an 11.
Okay, you throw around the same amount, and the fire starts to die down a little bit. You can tell that you've done enough work to where it's gonna go out on its own. You start to see some roasty, toasty bodies appear.
Oh.
Most all of the ones you can see right now currently are halflings.
Oh, I remember these guys. Where are those guys at? I'm gonna. So the platform fell from the very top of the trees, right?
Yes, most of it has fallen down. Obviously, some parts have like burnt and they broke.
Okay, I'm gonna look up and see if I can find any of my friends.
You look up. Roll me a perception.
Perception.
I don't know why I'm having you roll. They're not there.
Got a 4.
They're not there. I honestly don't know why I had you roll there. They're not there.
Okay.
You don't see any of your friends. And that is where we're going to end it, right about there.
Awesome. Hey, that was great.